everyone, Annette from Aussie Reborn Supplies and Miracle Babies Newborn Nursery. Today, before I get started on the ethnic painting number 5, can you believe it, number 5 already, I just wanted to give a little bit of a talk. This video has been like about a week and a half late, probably not late to many of you because you're probably watching this years in the future. But anyway, I just wanted to just do a little bit of a what I've been doing section. So if you don't want to know what I've been doing, I'm going to put the minutes down below of what minutes the ethnic painting starts. So anyway, in the last week I've been at the Gold Coast Doll Show for 2017. It's the first Gold Coast Doll Show ever that was held at the Southport Sharks Leagues Club, and it was just amazing. Like I said, it was their first ever show. The venue was absolutely superb. It was a big venue, so even though there was about 30 tables there, it looked small in comparison, but you know, it's just going to grow year after year. It was very successful. I heard a lot of good feedback from everyone. So just every year it's going to get better and better, and even better, I appeared in the Gold Coast Bulletin paper. I was on page 3, so open up, and there you can see me. Look, woo! Look at that, guys. Annette's ahead. What does it say? Annette's ahead in the doll grade game. You can read it better than me. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, my heads. Famous! Pretty crazy, isn't it? I mean, I couldn't believe it. I told my husband that I was going to be in the paper, but I didn't tell him what the image would look like. So he was looking for another paper, was really disappointed that he couldn't see the paper. You know, goes to Macca's for brekkie, grabs the Gold Coast Bulletin and opens up, and what does he see? Me smiling back at him. He said he just wanted to go and show everyone that his wifey was in the paper. He's so crazy and that's so cute. So that was really fun. There will be some other interviews I'm doing. I'm not actually saying what papers or magazines or whatever they're going to be available in at this stage, but I will keep you all updated. So that was in the Gold Coast Bulletin. And yes, Annette, I do have a copy for you that you've asked for. Okay, so I also wanted to do, before I keep going, I wanted to do a shout out for Bailey, which is winner 49 the Fresh. I'll try to put his message, his link in there. Hi Bailey. Bailey is my son's friend. And Bailey, you're such a support, you're a little supporter. Woo! Always supports my videos and watches them, I guess just out of boredom. Unless Bailey wants to be a reborn artist one day. Who thinks Bailey should be a reborn artist? I also wanted to do a shout out for Tiffany Acosta. I think that's how you say it, Tiffany. You have been watching my videos for apparently a while, and so do some of your family and friends back in Korea, is it? Anyway, I met Tiffany at the Gold Coast Doll Show on the weekend. Her and her husband are just beautiful people, really lovely people. And Tiffany's twins came first in the twins reborning competition. So I'm just going to pop a picture of them here. So yes, Tiffany, your babies were beautiful. Her little boy in the yellow, he came second in the overall of realism of babies. So congratulations, Tiffany. Absolutely beautiful babies. I can see from your work that you're just going to keep getting better and better and better. And I'm really, really thankful that I met you. It was lovely to meet you and your husband. So thanks for coming over and saying hello. Another shout out for Lynn Galvin. I think that's how you say it. Lynn has been watching my YouTube channel as well and has been asking a few questions. I've told her to send me an email and I can help her out. And that's what you have done this morning, Lynn. I will be answering your email. You'll get it before this video even becomes available. But thanks for your questions, and I hope that I can help you out. Also, guys, a big congratulations to me. I've just passed the 7,000 subscribers mark, and I'm pushing forward to the 10,000 subscribers. That's where I want to get. That's my next goal. I think that is when I'm going to give away my next baby that I make. I'm going to make the next giveaway to be a newborn size, but that's going to be at 10,000 subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now, or you know, get your friends to subscribe. The sooner we get there, the sooner that baby is a giveaway. In the meantime, between the 7 and the 10,000, I will be doing some mini giveaways. I've got so many things that I want to give away, but at the moment I'm just trying to think of really good ideas to put out there for you guys, so you can enter and so everyone's fair. It's really hard for me when I've got lots of my favorite people, like I don't even know you, but they're people that I hear all the time or to see your comments. It's really hard, but I can't give to all of you. It has to be a competition. So I feel sad when I can't tell everyone that they won. It is sad. But I will be doing a giveaway probably in the next couple of videos released. I'm just trying to think about, like I said, what the giveaway will be. Not what the giveaway will be, how I'll do it. I might be just picking someone at random, so I'll let you guys all know about that. But thank you for watching, and thank you for those people. I can't name you right now because I haven't written your name down, I'm sorry, but there's some people out there that just simply watch my video because they say that you know, watching me, you know, it makes them happy, and they like that I'm happy and all that kind of stuff. I'm really thankful for you for watching. I don't think I'm anything amazing. I'm just doing simple reborning guides. They're not that advanced, but I'm just doing it for all of you starters out there, and I'm really thankful for the feedback. It's always really nice. It always makes me feel really great inside, you know, especially when things are going on. You know, you guys say that I bring your day up. Well, I'm telling you guys, you bring my day up. So thank you. I'm so thankful for you for watching. Let's stop talking, Annette. Stop talking and get on to part 5 of our ethnic painting. Okay, so welcome to part 5 in the ethnic painting. Let's get started. I want to get through a few little things today. And one of the first things I want to do is I want to get a little bit of bluing in and about my eyes here, really. And I'm even thinking in the hand here, but I'm just going to see how I go with that. So I've got my little half a teaspoon of odorless thinners that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the whole half. It's not that much, and I'm just going to use a phthalo blue to start with. I'm just going to get my brush. Okay, so I just got a lip brush that I've used before in bluing. So it's the phthalo blue 02, I think. I'll have to write that down the bottom for you. So just wet your little brush, and because blue is such a bam sort of color, I'm just going to get to one side of my brush. You guys can see that coming in there. A little bit on my finger there, that won't work well. Just mix it in. And I've got my little paper towel here, so I'll just see how it comes out. So it's quite standouty. I'm happy with that. So put my lid on before I get blue everywhere, which I'm getting everywhere. You got to be careful because you don't want to get it on your hands and then get it on the kit in the places that you didn't want. So some people actually work with latex gloves, or even very commonly actually the white, you know, the white dusting gloves, cleaning gloves. I actually sell them in my store, because then all the paint and that can go on the white ones and you can wash them, so it's really good. So what I'm going to do, I've just got the bit of blue on my brush, and I am just going to pounce with my brush, as long as it's not too wet, into that inner eye section there. I'm also going to do just around the bar of the nose there. Remember, I've got like a nice small brush here, so it works well. And I'm also going to get just in that chin part here that I have a crease. If you don't have a crease, you probably don't have to worry about it as much. Just make sure that you get any excess fluid off your brush before you pounce it onto there. Just pouncing on. Then I'm going to get, I've got my cosmetic wedge. I'm going to rip the top off, and I'm going to use that top bit as my pouncer because I don't want anything too big. So I'm just going to grab it in my finger like that and just sort of pounce that out to blend it a bit. You will need to blend it, and you might need to paint it again. Remember what I said before about if you've got a really deep crease, try to, squeeze the cheeks or squeeze the kit so you can get into that deep crease. Don't let the paint sit in there. Okay, so I'm going to now just do the fists. I've got fists on my hands, and I just want to do a little bit in there. And I think I might also get just under the fingers there. You can see where there's some deep creases. I'm just trying to really define them, really bring them out. This is not necessarily a super important step. So if you don't have any blue, which you should have blue being a Reborn artist, but if you don't have any blue or you don't want any of that kind of bluing in, you can skip this step. It's just a step that I want. Remember, that's what I always say, it's the way you want it to look. So if you're thinking, oh no, Annette, I don't want to go too blue, don't do it, okay? I'm just going to do a little bit more blue in that arch of the foot there. Now remember, I've already got veins under that. I'm just trying to, really have that stand out. Might even go under the toes a little bit. See how as I'm going, I'm thinking about what I want to add. That's just basically because no two of my babies are the same, everyone does have a set routine that you can stick by, that's fine. Sometimes you need to go a little bit out of the box to get your actual look that you're looking for. So just whatever you've just done there, I'm going to get back, and pounce it out so we don't have any drying of the blue too much. You could even do, in this part of the arm, because that's very blue there, even in this section. I have found that doing that little bit of bluing, especially in under the foot there, I'm not sure how well you can see it. I really think it brings out that translucent look that you see in that part of the foot. So just let that dry. If you'd like to add another little coat, go ahead and add that little coat and then bake. Okay, so before I go into the next part of this video, I wanted to put a big apology out here. I know you're watching this now in real time, but this is like 3 weeks late, and I have to apologize for that. Unfortunately, I've just had a lot of things going on in my life, and it's been really hard, to even get a day free so I can set up everything, set up lighting, cameras, babies and everything. Even today, one of my daughters is home unwell, but I had to just say, okay, you got to stay up in your bedroom. So anyway, I want to keep getting on with this. I'd like to really get through this today because my customer's going to be waiting soon for her baby as well, and I hate being so late. So let's get on with it. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do the nail beds and just another touch to the lip, just a touch. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use glazing gel. Okay, so also I'm going to be using a red O2, which is like your, yep, that one I've written down the bottom, and ultramarine blue. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to get my glazing gel. So I just want like a pea-sized amount of glazing gel. So just about that amount. I don't know how well you can see that. Just put that into your dish, clean dish. My dish is a little bit messy at the moment, not as clean as I'd like it, so just make sure it's clean. Okay, put that glazing gel in there, and then I want my red O2. Now I'm going to use a brush of that. Now just remember, I'm using a little lip brush at the moment, so it's just going to be that brush. So just a brush. So for me, remember, it's a swipe on either side. So as you can see, I'm just going to mix that around in there until it's really nicely mixed with the glazing gel. And then I'm going to get my ultramarine blue. I'm super careful with this at the moment because I've got some blue on there somewhere and it gets on my fingers. And then when I get it on my fingers, if I'm not careful, it'll get on my kit where I don't want it to. See, there's a little bit of blue on my end of my finger there. Just always watch your hands. Okay, so for that color, I only want like 1/4 of a brush. So it's just really the tip, pretty much, or you know, half of one side of your brush. So, I mean, you can see, hopefully there, it's not really that much. So just mix that in. And what it's going to make is more of a really rich red, a really rich maroony kind of red. Now, if you don't have glazing gel, you can also use thinning medium for this. I'm just going to get a sponge. Okay, so I've just got a little bit of an end of my sponge. Always keep them, they're very, very handy. Just going to put my lid back on the ultramarine blue and show you that red again. It's very, like you can see, it's really rich. It's gotten just a little bit stronger than what it was with the red O2 by itself. Okay, and that was Pyrrole Red O2, by the way. Okay, so just get your nails then, and what I want you to do is clean your brush off as much as you can. You don't want it to be, you know, full of liquid. So just so, you know, you've got a touch of colour onto your brush, and then brush over each of your nail beds. So now all that it's going to happen is give you a light touch of colour. Now I'll try to bring that up with the toenail, the big toe, and you should be able to see on this one that it has just given it just a slight touch of colour, ever so slight. Now if you're looking at it and you're thinking, oh, that's too much, that's when your sponge comes in handy and you just give it a quick little dab, and it'll take off the excess paint. But what I love about this with the glazing gel or the thinning medium, it just gives it that nice, it adheres really well, it looks really good, and like what you want is that like thicker sort of gel sort of feel to it. And that's what gets it to stay put nicely, and it just looks nice. If you were using thinning odorless thinners with this particular application, it would be too thin, and you would find yourself, you know, having to make first the color thicker, and then you would find you're having to really add too many layers of it, I would say. So just so you can see the color change, remember. Like I said, any excess, just blot it out with your sponge. Not very, very gentle on the sponge. And I'll show you the difference between them. You can just see there that it's just got a little color to it, like a little speck of color to it. So I'll go onto the hand, I'll leave that foot so I don't take up all the video. The same goes with the hands. Just get, the nails on your hands. Just brush over it lightly. This hand is quite lucky, it's only got 3 nails. The other ones are hidden. Okay, so that's what you do with your nails. Hopefully you can see that a little bit. Just a touch, just a speck. And then obviously if your nose is closed, if you've opened your nose, then still just give it a wipe, like a swipe around inside the nostril. But if your nose is closed, yeah, this is the time to add some extra color to that. So just in the nostril. Now that's just giving it a bit more definition and darkening it up, so it really looks 3D, so it really looks like, you know, that there is a darkening there from the gap in the nostril. And then just a quick swipe over your lips. Now exactly with the lips, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer for that. This isn't the lip color, it's just another layer, another touch to it. So I'm going to bring you closer. Okay, so this is just so, I'll quickly show you the toenails while I'm here again. You can see the difference. See that? This one here, you can see it's a little bit darker. Now it's not hugely dark, it's really translucent. I'm sorry that that's not really focusing in there, but it's just really a translucent look. So you can see the nostrils there, they look more defined now. To me, looking in the video, it looks like they're bloody, but they're not, they're just darker. And so now the lips. Now as you can see where my lip line is already, where I've already done it, I'm just going to shade all that in, you know, to make his lips look more prominent. Now, like I said before, with the glazing gel, or if you're using thinning medium, it's really great because it's easy to apply and it's easy to take away before it's heat set, of course. Sorry, I'm sort of working on this upside down. I want to show you as much as I can, but I'm trying to get an angle where I can work on it. Just be careful coming up to those edges. You don't want to stray over them, so you're best just to be pushing your brush up. Now you've also got to be thinking too of what kind of look you want to give your lips. You know, some people do different shading. They may not shade the center part, which gives it like a little look, a shadowing sort of look. So you got to think of how you want your lips to look. They don't have to be exactly how mine are or anyone else's are. They are how you want to do them, and if you're happy with them, that's all that matters. Now, as you can see, his lips are looking nice and full, which is what I particularly wanted for this. But once again, this is not his lip color. This is just another additive, like another shade. Make sure you follow the lip line. If you look correctly, like in the light, you can see where the line of that lip actually is. So you've got to follow that. If you want to, I mean, you don't have to follow that. It can be any way you want. If I wanted to make this guy's lips a little bit bigger, I can do that just by the color I add to it. The eye will look to where the color is, so it won't necessarily look to where the sculpt is. But I really like the sculpt of the lips in this. I like how the center bit here sort of goes up underneath, so I like to keep that. You can get the edges a bit thicker if you like at the top there I've made the edge like a little bit thicker, which then gives it almost like a lip line. And whatever you don't like, just simply get your little sponge and just dab over. Now I'm just going to dab over that just to take some excess paint off. Also where the lips meet in the middle, you can add like a little bit more of a line with that color if you like. So that's where I'm up to on there. I'm happy with that. So finish your nails, finish your lips, let it dry, and then bake it for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so this is how we are going. He's looking really, really good, and now I'm going to do his nails, his actual nail tips. So I've got the screen a little bit closer so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. Like I tell you other times, you don't always need to see me. Okay, so I've just got another little dish. I've kept the dish that I used before for the nail beds and the lips, just in case I need to use that later. So you're going to need some thinning medium and just some Flesh 08 for the nails. Now if you've got the actual pre-mixed nail tip, that is fine. You can go ahead and use that. That's no problem at all. But if you want to make them yourself, this is the way to make it basically. Some people use a little bit of white and a little bit of Flesh 08. I'm actually just going to use some Flesh 08 for this. I'll see how I go. So my thinning medium, I just want, once again, like about the size of a pea. Just a small amount like that. And then my Flesh 08. So we don't want it to be too thick. If you look at babies' nails, they're translucent. So we kind of need that kind of look. So I'm just going to actually do like one side of my brush. I'm actually going to take that over there. That one's got a bit of blue in it, so I'm just going to take that blue bit out and get back into this. Get the white. I'll just use it with my little brush. You're better to use it with your lip brush though. So as you can see there, it's just like a light flesh tone, but it actually looks translucent. So that's what we need to have, that translucent look. So the best bit about doing the nails, like especially if you're heat setting, you don't have to worry if, you know, give it a test. And if it doesn't look right, then you can simply add some more to it. A bit different if you're using air dry, but you can sort of get the same idea of what you're using anyway and just quickly rub it off if it's no good. So just exactly with the air dry as with the heat set, just sort of do a test first on one of your nails. Probably best start on the toenail. Okay, so as you can see that, I hope everyone can see that. It's just a nail tip. You can definitely tell it's there, but it's translucent, and that's what you need to have. Especially if you're working on a darker baby too. I mean, they don't have really, really dark nails, like end tips of white. It's not like that at all. So as you can see that, it's just very translucent. I know that that's not focusing in right there, but hopefully you get a look of what I'm doing there. So you just need a light translucent look. So I'm going to leave you with that there. I want you to just paint over. I might do the other one for you first quickly, just in case people are a little bit nervous about doing the actual tip. Now I've just got like a script liner there, as you can see, and I've got my paint on the edge. And just with a steady hand, okay, sometimes you need to ground your hand or your arm. So by grounding your hand, you would get the end of your palm there. That's some eBay sales. Yay, congratulations. Anyway, you ground the end of your palm and that steadies your hand. So you literally make an even strike. Or you can ground your elbow. Grounding your elbow does it too, as long as your leg is grounded as well, and you can just go. But the best way, definitely best way, is to ground your elbow, ground your palm on the actual kit, and then flow across the tip. Now I've sort of done that rushy there, but you can see that there's a nice line. So don't just sit there and try to get the line straight and even. Ground yourself first. Grounding will make sure that you get a nice, even, straight stroke. And that's what you need. So if you have any questions, you know to ask me below, but go ahead and do all your nail tips now. And then after they have dried, bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. See you in a minute.